on YouTube. Just wanted to bring to you guys live tonight information on the Ahmaud Arbery case. There has been a third man arrested. Now, back whenever I first reported on this case, there was a filming of a guy named William Roddy Bryan. Now, he was going around telling everybody that he was the actual bystander. He was not involved. He done everything he could to try to defuse the situation. Well, unfortunately, after the GBI has taken over and some time has passed, it is now starting to look like that he is more involved than what he said he was. Currently today, they finally arrested this man and they charged him with not just some false imprisonment or um, as they would call giving false information. They charged him with felony murder and criminal attempt to commit false imprisonment. Now, again, his lawyer Kevin Goff, who is a local attorney, has been trying to, well, not trying to, actually have been commenting, talking about, hey, my client is innocent, he hasn't done anything, the whole nine. But unfortunately, it has come out that, you know, that there's more to the story. Now, just a couple of days ago, Kevin Goff had said that his client had took a lie detector test and that the lie detector test had said that he passed and that he was no way involved. But we all know that lie detector test results are not admissible in court. Now, there has been a large movement in Brunswick, and people near this case has been pushing for this man to be arrested. Now, this has been going on since the Gregory and Travis McMichael had originally got arrested. People have been saying that this man is involved. You can even see in the video the way he follows young Ahmaud Arbery to where the truck is at and blocks him in. And when he blocks him in, and everything else, you can see Ahmaud Arbery just did fight instead of flight because he knew that he had no other choice because he was trapped. Now, his fiance even had the nerve to join on these TV interviews and claim that he was not a participant, that he was just a bystander, and that he heard what was going on that day, and that's why he jumped in his car and was recording, trying to find out, why this jogger was in the neighborhood and what was the whole large commotion. But the GBI, when they took over this case, due to the fact of the matter, Glenn County, the DA in Glenn County, Jackie Johnson, and the Ware County prosecutor Barnhill, not to include Tom Durden. None of these three did not do their job properly. That's when the GBI, after seeing that video got released and reached out to Tom Durden, jumped into this case. And since then, they have been relentless, uncovering a lot of information. Now, if you don't know who Kevin Goff is, who is the lawyer for Mr. William Roddy Bryan, he is actually the uh, guy who used to work for Jackie Johnson. And Jackie Johnson, when he was working for Jackie Johnson, he was a public defender. He didn't do so well on cases. In fact, when his last year there, I want to say sometime in 2014 or 2015, he really sucked. And she basically stopped giving him cases and fired him. Like she just completely said he was not capable of handling the caseload or doing his job. So he's not the best lawyer in town. Um, with that being said, you can see that this is about to get very creepy and crazy at the same time. Justice is about to prevail, hopefully. So what I'm thinking is that Kevin Goff kept saying that his client, William Roddy Bryan, was a star witness for the prosecution. That lets me know that he was trying to strike a deal probably with prosecutors where he wouldn't have to get any charges against him. But you know those prosecutors in a case like this, before they strike any deal on anything and they already got enough heat on this case, they're going to research every length of this case. And especially, it was very peculiar to me when I found out yesterday that the GBI went to the McMichael's home in Satilla Shores and was there for a long period of time with a search warrant. So that tells me that they got some information to tie this man to this situation because they wouldn't have just arrested him for nothing. Now, they are supposed to have a conference at GBI 9:30 in the morning at local news stations sharing the information to the public of what led to this arrest. Uh, which we already know what it was, what led to it, especially if you're local, you already know what led to it. What led to it is the recklessness of of William Roddy, and not to mention too, George Mac Michael and Travis McMichael. So here's what it is, guys, and I'm just going to break it down to you what's probably going to happen now. Since they got these guys in custody, okay, they're going to start flipping on each other. That's why the father and the son got different lawyers. That's why William Roddy right here now is the weakest link of the bunch because he's got a lot to lose. He's already talking about he can't stay at home because he's afraid for his life. He done lost his job. His wife and him is at his future fiance is about to be is at a odds of trying to find work and things of that nature. I've got a feeling that William is going to be the first to crack. I think he's going to shed a lot of information to the GBI of what really led on to that day and what really happened. And I wouldn't be surprised too if his father flips on the son so he can get less time because the son is the one that pulled the fatal shots with the shotgun. And it's a disturbing situation. I mean, I've never seen so much crookedness like this in my life and on a just for justice at a police department. I mean, that is crazy. I mean, and this has been going on for a long time. This is just not started in Glenn County. If you research everything they have had going on, this county has had a lot of problems with trying to uphold the law. I mean, just yesterday, you got the DA Jackie Johnson went to Wayne County radio station uh, professing her innocence, saying that she did everything right. But what peculiar to me is why are you going to a neighboring county radio station to fight for your innocence when you should be doing it in the county that you're supposed to be representing? Like I was stating before, and I say it again, I don't see Jackie Johnson finishing out the rest of her term. I feel like she's going to get fired or relieved, and they're going to put somebody temporarily in there. It's just too much is being released. You got to remember, Glenn County is a tourist county, a tourist town, and they do not like heat. Okay, one thing about the state of Georgia, they don't like looking bad, and they don't like heat. So what's probably going to happen is somebody is going to get the short end of the stick. It's going to be a lot of people. And I hope they get rid of Barnhill too from Ware County because I still don't understand how you can take over a case, know there's a conflict of interest with that case, and jump up and turn around and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, my son works there with the prosecuted and recused herself from that office where the actual killer used to work as well. But I feel like the actual killer uh, really didn't do anything wrong. Needy Joy don't drop the case. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff going on over there. A lot of stuff. So as far as I know now, too, if you haven't also kept up this week that came out, the daughter of the McMichaels, allegedly Lindsay McMichael, had took a picture of Ahmaud Arbery the day he died on the ground and shared it with everyone on Snapchat. Her reasons for doing that, she told the newspaper, was that she was a she was into investigative crime buff. That she basically, that's why she took that picture, because it was like, oh wow, this is crazy to see a dead body there. But my thing is, why would you take a picture of someone who is at their final hours alone? Loved ones has not been informed, and your loved ones, especially your brother, just been involved in taking that person's life. That is very twisted, man. That is a very twisted mindset. I don't care what anyone say. And then she even had the nerve to say, well, my family is not racist because I date outside of my race. Says she's been doing it for 19 years and she's just turned 30 or 31. And she was like, they never had a problem with any of the boyfriends that I've had of non-Caucasian race. That doesn't matter, sweetheart. The issue is that the way they passed judgment on this young man and the way they went after him, that they went after him like it was a lynching. It's like I was back in 1920, but it was just a high tech version. I mean, they didn't even go through the proper protocol of calling the cops, waiting for the cops to get there. I mean, listen, if I found someone in my neighborhood that I swear that that's supposed to be robbing and hurting or whatever going on as they claim, they were so afraid for their lives for it. First thing I would have done is first call the cops. Second, if I couldn't tell the cops what he was doing or whatever, I would at least gave them followed the person, give them step by step in a safe distance where the person is going, right? Then when the person got to that location, wait for the cops to get there and let them do their job. Now, if the cops get there, do their job, they tell me, oh, yeah, he was jogging. Oh, yeah, he was walking. Case closed. I wouldn't, when you go to a situation like that with a gun, there's two things you're supposed to use a gun for, y'all, when y'all pull it out. You usually pull out a gun for either target practice, actually shooting it to defend yourself, or three things, actually to clean it. These guys were not doing any of those things. They were on one mission and one mission only, and that was to injure that young man. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, this is just the most despicable thing that you could do as a human to another human. And like at this point of the game, I'm glad that the lawyers in the case for Ahmaud Arbery are pushing for justice. Shout out to Benjamin Crump. Shout out to Mr. Lee Merritt. These guys are not playing. They gonna get to the truth. There's no more, oh, I don't know. There's no more, I think I can do this. These guys are ripping open these envelopes and they are exposing everything that needs to be exposed about how twisted and how crazy the justice system is, especially in Greene County. And it's just a long overdue. And hopefully there'll be a lot of other cases that can be resolved and a lot of families to be able to get a peace of mind that justice is starting to prevail. So that's all I got for you guys for now. If you like the content that I got, please hit the like button. Also, when you hit that like button, smash that bell, select all the way up to the top. Every time I do any kind of live stream, you can be the first one to be notified. Also, too, you can follow me on Twitter, J News and Views. You can also follow me on Instagram. I fuck with Joel. And you can also definitely email me with my email description. My email information will be on the link. And you can also cash out me. Any donation that you cash out me is going straight to the channel. That's all I got for y'all guys tonight. Thank y'all for your time. Take care.